Hello, guys. As you can see in the description, my name is Lunik Devaldo Rodrigues Biji. I'm listening to music on this other phone. It's a Samsung phone. It's a Samsung phone, sorry. Samsung. Yeah, I'm listening to music in this Samsung phone while I concentrate because my neighborhood is Africa. It's Africa, Angola, and I have a lot of enemies. And I live among your aides. I have a lot of enemies. They actually destroy all my work, all my much abused, very much molested, and murder attempts have been going on in my life. Um, yeah, I have now my laboratory. You can see my laboratory here. This is my laboratory. This is the ingredients. This is the electric part. And this is the pan where I burn. You can see that small thing here, that thing there. That's the product, which is in your description, which is in the title. I discovered that if you mix alcohol with olive oil, which I have it here also in a tiny experience. You can see this is alcohol and olive oil. This is how it is after a while that it's left to fucking pour. You can see I sealed it in a normal glass, and you can see it's a self-made laboratory, self-made experiments with basic high school knowledge and a few YouTube instruction. Just the high school knowledge. The YouTube I just copy a little bit of one guy, two guys, and then I get that. The computer is here to see if it can record, like record also the experiment and record my voice, because the phone is not enough. This phone is also not enough to record it. So yeah, we're gonna put everything in the computer once I finish here. But this is for YouTube because they have more space in recording. My phone always bothers me after 15 minutes of recording. So actually, it stopped recording key stuff like the electro conductivity induction. There was some sparks, going off like that very fast, as if they were thunder. Thunder sparks. But they were fire red, like Tanzgaten light bulbs. Tanzgaten light bulbs is those light bulbs, Edison light bulb, like Edison light bulb, for those who understand. Tanzgaten light bulb is that filament of wire that lights up your light bulb. Let me see. You can see. Have problems because we're gonna have problems. I wanna try Tanzgaten light bulb, what it looks like. That lamp there is a Tanzgaten light bulb. I'm gonna try and switch it on there. Yeah, let's just try and switch it on. That's a fucking light bulb. See? What the fuck, bro? Jesus, sorry. See, it's a cheap fucking experiment. It's a fucking cheap experiment and cheap fucking methodology. This things happen. This is a light bulb. Yeah, that stuff there. Too hot to take it out. Basically, Tanzgaten light bulb is basically this one. This one. You remember this? Can you see the filament there? That's a Tanzgaten filament. Tanzgaten. This thing heats up, and because it heats up and it's full of oxygen or whatever air is inside this bulb, that's why this lights up exactly like that. And what you're gonna see in my experiment, because I'm an electrical and electronics high school graduate. Well, I failed in high school, but it was because of psychological reasons. Actually, I'm sort of a genius. They're calling me homosexual. Yeah. Let's just switch on this. It's important. We need to change that. Let me just see if I can have. That's kind of it. I'm looking for a European whatever. I mean, a fluorescent light bulb, LED light bulb. I use like LED because of the heat. There's a small area in that thing, the thing that holds the lamp always burns out because of the heat. Put this. Yeah, this is a small experiment. The Tanzgaten, you will see this Tanzgaten effect. That one there that is lighting up. You will see it in this experiment, but in a way that it's bubbling. It's like pew, 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 sparks, pulses. And for all of you electrical and electronics, you know that pulses is conductivity, especially if it comes from one side to the other side, and you can clearly see, then that's conductivity, proven without a doubt. the passage of current or heat from one point to another. But to pass heat from one point to the other in a visible sight without being a constant one. Whoa, for me at least, I haven't seen much of this. It's amazing. This is like using heat as electricity. And maybe it's electricity. Or maybe both of them. It's amazing. My battery is low. I don't know what to do. Maybe it's gonna last me. I'm gonna try and charge it up with other transformer, but maybe not. Maybe yes. Let's go to the experiment. You know, let's show you the experimenteers. You know, just gonna put this music thing here. Stop playing the music. Just because this is gonna get into my way. Yeah, it's gonna get into my way. So let's just put it inside here, and have this around my neck, and at the back of my neck. Yeah, this is so it won't bother the experiment. So, but if got fire, my neck is fucked. Yeah, it can fall in the experiment. Let's start by showing you the ingredients, you know, and yeah, you can reproduce it in your thing. The ingredients and the makers. First of all, let me bring some light to this place. There you go. Light is on. This actually turns got in place, can actually switch off. But just gonna get another ingredient. And this one is a bad motherfucker. Bleach. Just wanna see what alcohol and bleach do. Yeah. Guys, I'm doing this because I need a job. I need a job to get out of economical frustration and castration from the Angolan government, the Angolan elite, and some Angolan populace want to kill me. Basically, majority, because I am a outspoken defendant of Europeans, and that Europe is for Europeans, Africa is for Africans, and so on and so forth. But we still need to be all together and help each other. What's happening in Europe, the rapings and the killings of Europeans, the so-called fucking policy of multiculturalism, that's satanic. That's wrong, very wrong. That's not even satanic, you know, that's just disgusting, the vast mental insanity and shit like that. So I'm very much hated, especially since the establishment of the whole planet hates me, because I don't agree with their shit. And I'm looking, as you can see in this experiment, for another way to do things, because things are just going expensive. Yellow jackets, yellow things. I don't have nothing yellow to put on to support the French Revolution, #2. And I'm doing the Renaissance, #3, because I think a lot about this God and the devil stuff, you know. So it's the French Revolution 2 and Renaissance Part 2. This is why I'm also hated, because I think a lot about this God thing, and you know, this Africa, you know, so there's not much of freedom of speech, but I'm still forcing it. Yeah, I do these experiments to provide people with another solution, make Africans aware that science is the solution, not overwhelming religiousness. Africans being overwhelmingly religious lies, and they put a lot of religion and they don't put nothing in education. That's why Africa is stagnant and is a piece of shit. So I do these videos, I do this, not videos, these experiments every single day, and I'm always observing and trying to look for new ways to do things. But I need a job, because this is basically done on top of my family members' payroll. I'm basically destroying things here in the house to make this experiment. And like when I go outside, I take out trash, like other people waste, you know, discarded material to make these experiments. And I go to the places and I buy like this syringe, 10 millimeters. You can see it's already loaded, 10 milligrams of alcohol. I don't know if you can see the numbers. Yeah, there you go, 10 milligrams. This is what I was using to drip the stuff, toilet paper tissue with the alcohol. Talking about toilet paper tissue, that's another, wait, forgot. Shit. Oh, that is. toilet paper. I'm only using very simple household that everybody can afford. Toilet paper. This is magic. This, if you got a cut in your hand, you put the alcohol and the antibiotics or the gel here, put it in your finger, wrap it up like this in your finger or wherever the wound is. Then you put it with solar tape, any solar tape. Just wrap yourself with that part that is very strong. This is like adhesive. It's like medical. These tiny bubbles, when the blood starts calling up to it, it will help your body to actually coagulate that wound and close the wound faster, and helps with the scarring process. Because you'll see as the experiments go how it goes. You scientists will know what I'm talking about. You know, some people already know this, most of the people don't know, but this has been magic. I've been using this even to build walls. Yes, walls. I use mud and this to use walls. I strengthen the walls with toilet paper, as if I was putting, what you call it, steel pipes or steel beams to strengthen it. Like every construction has steel beams to strengthen the cement so that they won't waver and they won't fall. So they put steel or iron, you know, to strengthen it so that it won't move, you know. Yeah, I mean, those construction workers know exactly what I'm talking about. Put the steel in the middle and you put those things, those steel wires, you know, steel wire mesh, and this toilet paper. This substitutes steel wires. In small houses, like hut, this is my iron mesh or steel mesh plus mud, and we can actually shape the mud as it dries with this. So yes, domes and moss can be built out of toilet paper, just like in Timbuktu. Toilet paper and mud, and maybe some other true chemicals to make the mud hard. I think of bread, loaf of bread. You guys in Europe, you eat in South Africa, you eat those bread like cut bread, loaf of bread. I'm talking about the French baguette bread. Let me just show you the type of bread. I think I have here in the freezer, because we Africans, we eat a lot of condensed loaf bread. Not loaf of bread, baguette bread. It's frozen, but this bread, you know, this is African bread. See, it's very hard now that it's frozen. It's actually harder than concrete per mass. It's harder than concrete per mass, this bread. It's another part of my experiments. But this is frozen. But if you don't have freeze it, leave it on open atmospheric air, 25 degrees and just air, normal air. And it will harden so much, if you punch it, it's gonna cut your arm. And you might just break something if you're not that strong. But it might just break your finger. Yes, this is African bread. This Arab made, then we have the Angolan made bread. This Arab bread is as good as the Angolan or African made one. It's good. What I mean is the contents, the mixture, I'm not that good in explaining English. How do they make the bread? You know, the leaven and unleaven and trigu. You know, what's trigu in English? What's trigu in English? Trigu is like what's that thing in English that the Americans say? Meal. You know, meal. The fuck, man. What the fuck do you guys call this in English? You know what? You know, cereal. Yeah, the cereal in this. Yeah, the cereal in this. Yeah, so this can actually be the future walls of your house, biological houses. This is also a field that I work a lot, biotechnology, you know, and this is also part of biotechnology. And you fuel olive oil with the alcohol, and you make a fuel. You see, it's a beautiful thing. You see that furthermore, it doesn't, after it burns, the place where it burns, not produce heat. This is the second experiment that when I burn does not produce heat. The other day I was doing this with the pineapple gel that I made, also like this, but that was in 2008. That actually absorbs radiation, nuclear radiation. Why? Because it absorbs fire. but it doesn't produce heat. That means since most of the elements of nuclear radiation are actually overcharged particles, that means if a particle comes in contact with that liquid, it is absorbed, and the heat, and this energy, which is in form of heat, is sucked out of it, and the particle is discharged in that thing, but it doesn't produce electricity. That means it doesn't produce heat. That means it has high energy absorption rate. Hence, it can absorb radioactivity or stop a radioactive substance. Because heated particles are actually particles with very fast, very heated, very whatever, like air. That's the explanation of why air is so volatile. Or gas. Why gas is so volatile? Gas substance, gaseous substance are so volatile. Because they're always constantly moving because of energy in them and lack of boundiness, and to make them slow them down. But yeah, so you can see it's a high school education and shit like that. But hey, the experiment in here, you can actually do it. I'm sorry if it's too long, 16 minutes on it. Just bear with me. It's gonna be worth it. Let's start. As you can see, this is my set. This is the energy. The freezer, this is Africa, We just had the kitchen remodeled, that's why we're putting everything on the floor. And that's the outside. This is Africa. This is the previous experiment that I was doing. It's not previous, it's the experiment. And those are the ingredients. Those are the electro testing thing. I went to pick it up to see if I can measure electricity, but I'm not that good at electricity, even though I finished in electricity. Yeah, not that good. As I told you, I had many psychological problems. That's one of the experiments net to computer. This one here, it's one of the experiments. You can see it now. This is the fuel that I discovered. Alcohol and olive oil. Alcohol oil. This is what we are doing. Mixed with this toilet paper. Just droplets, and you'll see what it will do. Just droplets. It's amazing. Look, for the third world people, they know it's salvation. This is the ingredients, as you can see. This is one of the ingredients also. I put it here because it's clean. This is the alcohol reactant matzonzo, where I put the alcohol and suck with the syringe to avoid contamination. And I was using this. I prepared it here, but since it's plastic, I'm gonna prepare it there. Because it's more sanitized, less contamination and stuff. And this is where I'm burning the stuff. I can burn it there, but I'm gonna burn it here. And as you can see, yeah, this is the stand. I don't have a selfie stand, so I don't have it is a phone, actually, a BQ Aquarius U+. It's broken screen, and it's being charged by this little thing here, because I finished the charge in the previous experiments. As I was saying, those are the rest of the things that I might need, to seal up stuff. As you can see, I'm using this as a sealant, and what's solar tape? This is the solar tape. Yeah, solar tape. Yeah, so let's start. First of all, I'm going to show you some already prepared. This is already prepared, You can see it's already prepared. You can see the yellowish, greenish olive oil, This is olive oil. You're going to see now it burned, and it's been there for like maybe an hour since I was preparing the experiment. So let's see after 1 hour what that thing does. So yeah, let's just start the experiment. Yeah, this is it. Let's take a stand for this. Let's look for a stand for this stuff. A proper stand. Stand, by the way. Let's have a stand for this so you can see it clearly. You don't have to put it. Yeah. Let's have a stand. Hope this doesn't fall on the fucking experiment, because I'm doing the experiment. So let's have a stand here. Just give me a moment, please, guys. Have patience, be patient. We're gonna add a new ingredient, table salt. We're gonna see what we can do as we increase and decrease the stuff. Table salt. Yeah. Yeah. Found a better stand here. Found a better stand. Found a better stand here. There you go. A better stand. This is a better stand. Let me just put some water in the stand so it has weight. Rather than water, you can put something heavy that doesn't soil the fucking floor. If it falls, let's put some onions. Put some onions. It's safer than water. We use it today. If it falls, it won't fucking break the freaking electricity and make a short circuit. Yeah. So this the stand for the phone case. The stand for the phone case is actually a tea table with onions, so it will make weight. It will make weight. This is why you need to donate for me the experiment. This is my phone holder. Put it here, and this is it. This is to give you a clear view of the burning. But it must be in a way that I can see it too. So if it is here, yeah, there you go. There you go. So okay, let's start with the experiment, right? Yeah, this is how I prepare it. You know, let me just switch on the computer and put it to watch this. I'll show you just now how I prepared it, but before we go on, let me just show you the experiment on its own. This is it. Where's the light? Where's the fucking light? Sorry for the language, I like to swear. Oh, there it is. This is a lighter. And you can see the burn material here, right? It's contaminated by this guy here, which already explained, so I'm taking it out. You just heard my computer switch on, cheap computer, Windows 7. Better because Windows, you can see, it was already there, you know. It's very bioluminescent. Never tried it with thing. You can see it's not that bright because I mean it's already dried up, and you can see how bright it starts becoming, you know. I don't have a fucking camera that you guys scientists would have, but you can see it burning. You can see it burning, you know. You can see it burning in a safe distance. I'm gonna try an measure electricity by putting the, yeah, you can see it burning, you know, with my eyes I see it better, you know. You can see it burning, and you can see it, you know. I don't know how long it's taking it to burn. I don't know, later on I'm gonna check in the video how long it takes to burn, but it's seconds now that it's fully burning. It's just toilet paper, so you can see the material is not great quality, but it's lasting long enough. Normally toilet paper burns. We're gonna put toilet paper, simple toilet paper burning, and you're gonna see how more destructive it is, toilet paper, when it burns. And I just reminded myself that we needed a lamp, a headlamp to point with the fluorescent light to point there. Just give me a second. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, my computer just went on. I'm trying to think what thing I'm gonna use fluorescent light. You can see it's burning for quite some time. It's already 30 seconds, you know. It's already 30 seconds. 30 seconds burning. That's toilet paper just mixed with drips of alcohol and olive oil. It's gonna do 1 minute. It's 1 minute. You can actually, you guys that have better experiences, I'm just gonna drink a little bit of water. Yeah, I just put this up in a little bit of water, fresh water. You know, you can actually see, those of you who actually have better science, better chemistry, it's 1 minute. It burns for 1 fucking minute. 1 fucking minute. Look, it may not be a new field. Oh, look, the electric conductivity is already happening. Let's just the flame go. I'll show you the electric conductivity I was talking about. Just take it from the stand and show you the electric conductivity. The electric conductivity. Can you see that? Can you see that? What the fuck? There you go. This is what I was talking about. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that. Just look. Look at the flashes. Look at the flashes. Look at the flashes. Look at the flash. That's electric conductivity that I was telling you about. The smoke is coming to the front of the camera, but those are electric conductivities. If I close the lid on this stuff, you're gonna see it spark more. Yeah, somebody just tried to hack my YouTube account. Somebody tried to hack my YouTube account. Thank God for Google Film. Can you see the electric conductivity? Can you see the electric conductivity? Look at that. That's electric conductivity right there. If I close the lid, the thing, you saw the electric conductivity. Some idiot just fucking stopped the experiments because they want to fucking think. Check. That's not burning. That's not the burn. That's electric conductivity. Somebody tried to hack my Google account, and that's why you're not seeing the electrical conductivity. Check. That is burning. Yeah, it's fully burnt now. But check. I touched my hand where it was burning, and it's cold. Cold, guys. Little heat testing, but cold, guys. Cold. Let me turn on the lights. Cold, guys. Cold. This is left. You see, it is even safe for the material. Cold, guys. Cold. Look, I'm picking it up. It burned just now. It was burning just now. Cold, guys. Cold. Huh? Cold, guys. This is safe. For the third word, for handling this after like maybe hours of burning. Look, this is cold. Cold. Slightly warm, but it's cold, guys. Cold. Let's put it back in the stand. The stand's actually being messed up thing. Yeah. Cold. Yeah. Cold, guys. Cold. And I can still actually light it up and show you the so-called electrical conductivity that I was talking about. Check. It still burns. You see that? I need a thing to handle these experiments. Check. Check how it burns. Check the knife. Slightly warm, but cold. Look, you can actually start to see electric conductivity. Look at the electric conductivity. Can you see the electric conductivity? Can you see the things moving? Oh, look. That's exactly what I was talking about. Can you see the things moving? Oh, look. That's exactly what I was talking about. That is exactly what I was talking about. That's the Tanzgaten wire effect. That's the Tanzgaten wire effect there. If you could strengthen the pathways of those electric heat electric conductivity, we could produce basically an effective Tanzgaten wire. You see, a very cheap electric Tanzgaten wire, just chemically made. Can you see that? Did you saw that? That's what I was talking to you about, the wow effect of this experiment. Yeah, there you go, guys. And it can still burn more. Check, I'm gonna pick it up. No, it cannot burn anymore. It's already depleted. The toilet paper actually is depleted, but it can still burn more. Look, it's gonna burn more. Because there's still toilet paper in. The toilet paper in itself is a fuel. Because like I told you, toilet paper absorbs this because of its porous nature. And because of its porous nature, look at the electric conductivity. 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 Can you see it? Can you see? That's electric conductivity right there, guys. Electric heat conductivity right there. And check out the leftovers. Olive oil. Check out the leftovers. Olive oil. Can you see that? Can you see the leftover olive oil? Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? Let's try again. Let's try and burn fully. Guys, you guys have better laboratories than mine. I don't have money, you know. I'm a poor guy. I'm just cleaning the material and the surface here. You know, just clean the thing, clean it up so there was no contaminant for the next experiment, how I'm gonna prepare it, and how you guys gonna see it, how I prepare it, you know. The experiments, let me just clean the knife again. I'm using the knife now to handle this. And yeah, you saw part of electric conductivity. Did you saw the electric conductivity that I was talking about? See, it even burns and leaves olive oil. And leaves olive oil behind. If you actually touch it, it burns you. It burns you fast, it burns you. But after it stops burning, it's cold, guys. Cold. You touch it, it's like freezing, but it's like just slightly warm, room temperature warm. It's not even warm, it's actually slightly cold. You know, it's a beautiful experiment. Let's now see how I prepare it. First of all, I grab toilet paper. I take this, which is already my assistant. Take this. And remember, this part of toilet paper has 2 on it. So let's just take 1 for this experiment so you can actually see. I told you this thing is contaminated. It's already done. So instead of doing on this, I put this guy here, put this guy here, and there you go. There you go. This is a contaminated part, and it's gonna give us problem because it's gonna contaminate this part. So I just clean it up a little bit, you know. Put it here. There you go, guys. There you go. There you go. This we have to put it somewhere. There you go. First of all, I haven't seen if this thing conducts electricity. I haven't. What is this? What is this? Oh, that's the... No, it's not. Oh, that's the thing here. This thing. It's that yellow stuff. The other one is the white one. It's just reflection. Yeah. This is how I'm preparing it. This is how I'm preparing it, guys. You can see I'm intelligent. I deserve a job. Because I just set up a laboratory in 1 hour. Very laboratory. Let me just switch on the computer, start recording the computer too. You know, it's an experiment and you can connect the computer. Yeah, that's not so flammable, you know. This is, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm here in the computer. And I'm gonna see if my computer has any recording device. Yeah. I'm checking out if I have any security device. I got HP application, my computer is an HP. Yeah, it's switching up. Yeah, there it is. My face. Let's just see if you can see my face. Oh shit, sorry, the computer is giving me shit. There you go, you can see my face. Yeah, guys, sorry for that. Yeah, guys, sorry. There was like a failure in the internet. The router is there in the living room. The router is there in the living room, here, in the living room. That's the living room. In this direction here, there is the router. And lots of things. Thank you.